Okay, let's predict episode 5 of the Wiki Games. But first, let's introduce myself because I've seen one or more new subscribers and they don't know who I am or what I do. So, for those who are new here, I am Samantha the Introvert. I mostly do BL dramas, recaps, and do a little bit of prediction. Hopefully, what I say will come true, or hopefully, assume that they will come true. But nonetheless, I'm getting there. Okay, so for this prediction, we're going to do episode 5, even though episode 5 has not come yet, so that's where the prediction comes in. For those who watch this drama, you must have watched episode 4 to reach this far. Anyways, here's what I think is going to happen in episode 5. For those who have missed it, in episode 4, Pim went with Jason, his new sugar daddy, at some place to talk business and also do business. And Than decided to, he didn't decide to stay back. Pim decided to tell him to stay back. But Than feels like he is worried about Pim. So he decided to text Pim saying that if he can come for him, because again, he feels like he still should wait for him, or at least, get to know if he's okay. But as usual, Than is nowhere far. At least he could reach there within time. But he's drinking with his friends. Not too much drinking, just in case Pim does change his mind and you need to go for him. Don't get too drunk. Okay, like I said, Pim is very busy doing busy things with Jason. Now, if you notice though, who Pim is with, okay? I know the fandom out there of Tao and Off-Road are screaming right now because they know, they want Off-Road and Dow to be together, not this guy. But we all know how the story will end and who will end up with. So in the long run, just bear with it. Because the producers and directors are like teasing us. They're trying to see if they are compatible or at least go well with each other. That's what all producer or the companies do. Just in case something goes wrong and they see that their chemistry with other people are good. Other from that, Dow and Off-Road ain't going anywhere anytime soon. But anyways, on to the show. Let me tell you something. Jason and Pim are definitely good. Did you see in episode 4 how Jason gave the neck old on Pim? See, I don't know much about Jason. I don't know where they met. I would love to know where they met, how they met, when they met, how the whole sugar daddy came about. But Jason has some sexy moves and he's been doing it well. Then you have Jet. Jet is so obsessed about getting attention from his father and also wants to inherit the hospital. I've said it multiple times and I'm saying it again. Jet, get help. You are not capable of this responsibility. You show no capability of taking such responsibility, and you've been failing multiple times. I don't know how you're planning to do it, but you need to get help before you can actually say you want to take over the responsibility and business of the hospital. The father knows, Pim knows, and the sister knows. Now, like I said, we're in episode 5 or about to reach episode 5, and there are so many questions that I have for this secretary/bodyguard guy, because I speak for everyone when I say that I want to know how they met, how he came about to be a part of him, because everyone, including me, wants to know if he likes Jet, because the shit that he's been doing for this man makes you even wonder. It's a life or death type of shit that he's doing. I want to know. That can't be no loyalty. That's love, I'm telling you. Some love loyalty. Something that you can rarely find. Sir, I failed to study your name and I need to know your name for me to address you. But for now, you're going to be Jet secretary bodyguard guy. Because you hold some importance and I don't know what. It's got to be more. Because you've been doing shit that most people will never get them to do. You ain't a bodyguard. You're something else. And Jet ain't acknowledging you that way, but the fact that he does kind of care a little bit, it can go. And for those who don't know, Jet really wants to kill his brother Pim in order to get everything his father is allowing to give. But what Jet doesn't know is I don't think Pim is even going to get what his father, at least maybe. I mean, Jet is the oldest among everyone, and to Jet, Pim is just a son of the mistress, of a mistress, and also his sister as well. So he feels he should inherit everything from his father. Now, where is his mother? I don't know. I'm not sure if she's alive or dead, but I do know Pim's mother is dead. You know what I always think? I always say to myself, whenever Pim gets in trouble or about to get ambushed, how the hell does Jetman knows? I wonder if the sister is in cahoots with the brother, but secretly thinking that she's good on Pim's side. Dan is good at his job. He's definitely a detective through and through, and he's making that money's worth. Then you have Risa. Homegirl is definitely fighting fire with fire because she's not that little girl that you can tell her what to do and she listens. Also, she seems to be definitely defending on some mission and she's making sure the two brothers are fighting each other. So maybe she has something to do with that man dying, exploding, because look at it. Who would look at her and suspect that she's doing anything evil? She's just a person that's behind the background. No one will guess she did something. So what if she has done something and now the brothers are on each other's throats for something devious? I don't know, but she's up to something. Let's be honest. The person should know about Risa very well should be Jet. He might not be around her 24/7, but at least he knows her ways. Not Pim. Pim just returned from Singapore, so he shouldn't know much. You know what I think about Risa, and this is just a big assumption, and if it is true, then she's a devious, smart, genius person. Now, I think Risa is making sure that the brothers are against each other, so much so that the father will lose interest of even giving either one of the brothers the business of the hospital and hopefully sees the interest on Risa to give Risa the whole inheritance of the hospital. But the thing about it is, Risa must understand that it might work, but the father only sees this business as only to give it to the boys and not the female, which is why he's always so caught up on giving both boys a competition to start with. Even though they might not see it, that is exactly what the father is doing. By sending Pim to Singapore, he's actually sending him away from everything, but also learning at the same time. Hard, but yeah. But the daughter is always laid back, but she did get some jobs. But she has potential in actually going through the business, but again, no one knows what she's capable of if they don't give her. And that is exactly what she's planning to do. Not gonna lie, I hate seeing Than bumping into the brother, and the brother keeps giving some detailed facts about Pim because let's be honest, Pim may be at Singapore, but that doesn't mean that the brother and sister aren't listening and investigating on the whereabouts and his daily routines to the point that they know about his sugar daddy. But at the same time, the brother wants Pim to be vulnerable away from Mr. Than, the bodyguard, so they can actually get to him. The sister, on the other hand, she doesn't care because nobody's going to expect her to do anything or suspect her to do anything because she can just get away with murder and no one knows about it. Than, let's sit down and talk. For reals, for reals. Haven't you sit down and talk to yourself and listen to yourself and probably wonder, maybe I shouldn't have got involved with this family. Maybe me being fired from my previous job was the help that I needed. Now that you gain the privilege of actually working with Pim, you've learned a lot of things that you never knew and reason why you got fired. And now that you're in too deep, you can't escape. But then again, you want more details because you being fired from the job was so unfair. And you, sir, I get it. When you're working with other people, you don't trust anyone. But you know that Than is Thunderman. And you did give him one or two details. I feel like if you didn't know about Thunderman himself, you wouldn't be too deep in it. The fact that you are in love with Than already, and Than is slowly gaining that with the amount of kisses that you give him, I don't know what's gonna happen to if we're gonna get another kiss or anything like that, because clearly this is some action fiction shit I've never seen. Okay, so this is probably either before the action fiction type of action, not action fiction, but the action bullets flying, or before. But anyways, Than got some information that he went to share with Peem. But it seems Peem was not alone. Peem was with Jason the entire, not was, it's the future. Peem is with Jason at this time of the conversation. So is this after the business deed that night? Because if not, why are you still hanging around with Jason, Peem? Do you owe him so much money or something? Oh, we're gonna get jealousy. Even though the relationship has not started, we're getting jealousy. Oh, it's giving Jack and Joker. It's giving Jack and Joker vibes. Peem, you confuse me and you confuse Than. Because you out here giving so many mixed signals. Like, what do you want? First, you try to cuddle up with Jason. Then you try to make your way with Than. Like, dude, don't do that. Make up your mind who you want, because at this point in time, I'm not sure if we should trust you. Okay, so in this episode, Peem right here is wondering why or what will it take for Peem to actually reduce his anger level of Than. Than is angry with them. Now here's why I feel like he's angry with you so much. One is your lack of awareness. You are not capable of realizing how much of a danger you're putting yourself and Than in. And two, your whole you keep being around Jason, and that actually affects his whole thing. The whole level of being angry, jealous, and happy, like, it's too mixed up. Pick one so I can know what to do. Here's what I think Than did, and I'm saying it because I would do the same thing. But Than probably looked at him and like, don't treat me like a dog. I am not your lap dog. I'm here to protect you and do my job. But the fact that you're putting your feelings and everything that I've put, like, he's definitely looking at him like, I can persuade you to be more than just my bodyguard. That is not what he's there for. And secondly, your family is crazy, but you being this lack of awareness and whatever, it's just putting everything in jeopardy. And yet you're here trying to get in my pants, sir. Sir, treat me as such as you would want to treat yourself. Not the way Jason though, but yeah. I think we, the audience, and everyone that knows Peem, don't know exactly what he's been through. So, cause look at it, we need to know what Peem has been through for him to be acting like that. Because if you remember, Peem went to Singapore when he was little and then came back as an adult. Now, during those time from then to now, what was he up in Singapore? What has he been through except for the fact that he met Jason in Singapore? Obviously, the sugar daddy thing had something to do with money. If so, then that means the father never gave him money in Singapore, which means Peem has been fending for himself since that day and actually been knowing how to do business just to get back to Thailand, to get back as his father. The business thing, I don't even needs the hospital. He just needs revenge on his whole family of what he's been through or what they treated him. And the father didn't do much. So, of course, he's going to go revenge on that guy too. I just need to know what he's been up to. Why is he acting like that? Like, who taught him all this? Who was he staying with when he was young? I love this. Than said, no touchy. From now on, we'll be doing strictly business. Got that, Mr. Peem?